Almond butter is no longer just a trendy health food. It's become a staple in the diets of those seeking whole food nourishment, particularly among individuals managing chronic health conditions like diabetes. What sets almond butter apart is its incredible nutrient profile, which includes a balance of healthy fats, fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals, all derived from a single ingredient, almonds. These nutrients do much more than simply fuel your body. They influence how your cells interact with glucose, how hormones are released, and even how you feel after eating. The simplicity of almond butter, especially when made with no added sugars or oils, makes it not only delicious, but also one of the cleanest, most metabolically supportive foods you can find. But what's most fascinating is what happens physiologically after just one taste. Before we continue, I'd like to tell you about Diacelan, a powerful blend of 13 natural ingredients, each carefully selected for their proven ability to support healthy blood sugar levels, enhance insulin sensitivity, and promote overall wellness. You can read more on diacelan.com. People often assume that small quantities don't matter, but in reality, the body begins responding from the first moment almond butter hits your tongue. The fats begin sending hormonal signals, the fiber starts to prep the digestive tract. Even the brain recognizes the nutritional input. For someone with diabetes, these small early signals can make a meaningful difference. As we explore the cascade of events that unfold after that first spoonful, you'll see how almond butter can support stable blood sugar, satiety, nutrient absorption, and even emotional well-being, all from one bite. The moment almond butter enters your mouth, your body begins preparing for digestion, and this process is especially important for people with diabetes. Unlike high-carb snacks or sugary spreads, almond butter doesn't trigger a spike in blood glucose. This is primarily due to its rich content of monounsaturated fats, which slow down the rate at which your stomach empties. This slower gastric emptying means that any carbohydrates consumed alongside almond butter, like those in toast or fruit, will enter the bloodstream more gradually. This gradual release is key in preventing the post-meal blood sugar spikes that are harmful to people with diabetes. Instead of flooding the bloodstream with glucose, almond butter creates a slow, steady trickle. This is important because spikes in glucose are not just temporary disruptions. They increase the risk of inflammation, damage blood vessels, and can accelerate diabetic complications. Even just a teaspoon of almond butter contributes to a smoother blood sugar curve. Furthermore, almond butter's natural oils coat the stomach lining and interact with digestive enzymes in a way that changes how food is processed. For people managing insulin resistance, this slows the demand on the pancreas to release insulin all at once. The body is essentially given more time and space to manage the incoming glucose. That one taste sets off a more efficient, more manageable chain of events for someone dealing with blood sugar regulation issues. Almond butter is not just fat, it's also packed with fiber and protein, both of which play critical roles in regulating blood sugar and controlling appetite. Each tablespoon contains about 3 grams of fiber and up to 7 grams of plant-based protein. Fiber, particularly soluble fiber, swells in the digestive tract, forming a gel-like substance that slows the absorption of glucose into the bloodstream. For diabetics, this means fewer glucose spikes and improved glycemic control throughout the day. Protein, on the other hand, helps stimulate the release of insulin in a controlled manner and also triggers satiety hormones that help signal fullness to the brain. The result is that after just one taste of almond butter, you're more likely to feel satisfied and less likely to crave processed or high-sugar snacks later. Additionally, the combination of fat, fiber, and protein slows digestion overall, giving your body time to absorb nutrients more gradually and effectively. This is critical for individuals with diabetes who benefit from stable energy levels and minimal insulin surges. Interestingly, this balance also reduces the risk of hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, a common concern for insulin-dependent diabetics. By promoting steadier glucose levels over time, almond butter helps the body avoid both extreme highs and dangerous lows. So even a small serving begins contributing to metabolic stability and improved eating habits, something that accumulates in impact with consistent use. Magnesium is one of the most important yet often overlooked nutrients for people with diabetes. It plays a central role in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, many of which are directly tied to glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. Almond butter is a reliable source of magnesium, delivering about 45 to 50 milligrams per tablespoon. For context, many people with diabetes are magnesium deficient, which can make it even harder for their bodies to manage glucose effectively. When you taste almond butter, the magnesium content begins to be absorbed into the bloodstream, where it assists in cellular functions like glucose uptake by muscle cells and activation of insulin receptors. This means your cells can actually become more responsive to insulin, allowing for more efficient blood sugar control. Even more impressive is magnesium's role in reducing systemic inflammation and supporting heart health, both major concerns for diabetics. Over time, incorporating magnesium-rich foods can improve insulin signaling and reduce the long-term progression of insulin resistance. And remember, these changes don't require massive amounts of food. Every little bit helps. That first bite of almond butter starts nudging the needle in the right direction, delivering a mineral that most diabetics don't get enough of from processed or carb-heavy meals. Another powerful nutrient found in almond butter is vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that plays a significant role in combating oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is an especially dangerous issue for people with diabetes, as chronic high blood sugar levels lead to the production of free radicals that damage cells, proteins, and DNA. Over time, this damage contributes to the development of complications like diabetic neuropathy, retinopathy, and heart disease. Almond butter provides a generous dose of vitamin E, offering nearly 50% of the daily recommended intake in just a single tablespoon. As soon as vitamin E enters your system, it begins neutralizing these free radicals and helping protect the cellular membranes of critical organs like the pancreas and kidneys. Moreover, vitamin E helps reduce inflammation in the blood vessels, supporting cardiovascular health, a top concern for diabetics. Even after just one taste, the vitamin E in almond butter begins circulating and adding to your antioxidant defense system. It's a subtle but important layer of protection that strengthens over time. Think of it like adding one more brick to a wall that defends your body from the chronic wear and tear caused by elevated glucose levels. One of the most exciting areas of recent research in diabetes management is the connection between gut health and blood sugar control. The gut microbiome, a collection of trillions of bacteria and microbes living in your digestive tract, plays a significant role in regulating metabolism, inflammation, and even insulin sensitivity. Almond butter supports this ecosystem thanks to its content of prebiotic fibers and polyphenols. These compounds feed beneficial bacteria like bifidobacterium and lactobacillus, which in turn produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, such as butyrate. These SCFAs are known to enhance gut barrier function, reduce systemic inflammation, and improve insulin response. After tasting almond butter, the prebiotic fibers begin their journey through your digestive tract, feeding these microbes and encouraging a more balanced gut flora. This effect, while invisible at first, has profound long-term benefits. A healthier gut means fewer blood sugar spikes, better digestion, and reduced cravings for sugar and processed foods. For diabetics, maintaining a strong and diverse gut microbiome can be just as important as watching carb intake. That single spoonful of almond butter starts this digestive dialogue, nourishing your internal ecosystem in ways that promote better glycemic control and overall well-being. Managing diabetes isn't just about what you eat, it's also about how you feel. Diet fatigue, stress, and a sense of restriction can derail even the most disciplined eating plans. That's where almond butter comes in, not just as a source of nutrition, but as a source of comfort and satisfaction. Its rich, creamy texture and naturally sweet, nutty flavor can create a sense of indulgence without compromising health. The sensory experience of tasting almond butter stimulates the brain's reward centers, releasing neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin that elevate mood and reduce stress. This is crucial for diabetics, as stress hormones like cortisol can directly raise blood sugar levels. Feeling satisfied with your food can also reduce emotional eating, binge episodes, or late-night cravings for sugary snacks. When a food provides both emotional gratification and metabolic support, it becomes far easier to stick with healthy routines. Even after one taste, almond butter can leave you feeling nourished and emotionally fulfilled, something that goes a long way in sustaining long-term diabetes management. So, what really happens after just one taste of almond butter if you're managing diabetes? It might seem like a simple spoonful, just a quick snack or topping, but beneath the surface, that one bite is doing far more than satisfying your taste buds. From the moment it touches your tongue, your body starts receiving signals that shift its entire metabolic response. The healthy fats immediately begin moderating your digestive speed, preparing your system for a slower, more stable glucose absorption. This alone sets almond butter apart from sugary spreads or high-carb snacks, which often cause blood sugar to spike and crash. With almond butter, there's a smoothing effect, a metabolic buffering zone that supports steady, predictable energy. That tiny taste also brings in fiber and plant-based protein, two unsung heroes in the battle against insulin resistance and appetite dysregulation. Fiber slows digestion and reduces glucose absorption, while protein helps maintain muscle and keeps you feeling satisfied longer. That combination has a real impact. It helps prevent the extreme highs and lows of blood sugar that can drain your energy, fog your thinking, and put extra stress on your pancreas. This kind of stability may not sound dramatic, but over time, it's life-changing. And it starts with small, consistent decisions, like choosing almond butter instead of processed snacks. But it doesn't stop there. Each spoonful delivers a dose of vital micronutrients, particularly magnesium and vitamin E, that work quietly behind the scenes. Magnesium improves how your cells use insulin and move glucose into your muscles. Vitamin E helps repair and protect your body at the cellular level, especially from oxidative damage caused by high blood sugar. These nutrients don't just support your day, they help protect your future by lowering inflammation and preserving the health of your heart, eyes, kidneys, and nervous system. And then there's your gut, an entire ecosystem of bacteria that profoundly shapes how your body responds to food. The prebiotic fibers in almond butter feed beneficial microbes that in turn reduce inflammation, boost insulin sensitivity, and influence your mood and cravings. So yes, even your gut benefits from just one taste. And when your gut is thriving, everything else, your immunity, your metabolism, even your mindset, tends to follow. Yet perhaps the most overlooked benefit of that first taste of almond butter is the emotional one. Living with diabetes often means saying no. No to sugar, no to snacks, no to spontaneity. But almond butter is a yes. It's creamy, flavorful, and deeply satisfying without the guilt, the crash, or the consequences. It offers the rare joy of indulgence that's actually supportive of your health. That kind of positive reinforcement, feeling good about what you eat, can help rewire your relationship with food, make healthy habits easier to maintain, and reduce the emotional burnout that so many diabetics face over time. So the next time you dip a spoon into a jar of almond butter, don't underestimate what you're doing. It may look like a small act, but inside your body, it's setting off a chain reaction, slowing digestion, feeding good bacteria, nourishing your cells, and reminding your brain that healthy food can also be joyful. It's one of those rare choices that balances pleasure and purpose. No, almond butter isn't a magic bullet, but it is a tool, a reliable, nutrient-rich, blood sugar-friendly tool that, bite by bite, can become part of a larger transformation in how you fuel your body, manage your condition, and experience your life. Diabetes is about small, smart, sustainable changes. One bite, one choice, one taste at a time. And almond butter? That's one taste your body will thank you for, again and again.